Yes friends, welcome back to Pure Math School. In case you're new to the channel, I'd like you to consider subscribing. Please like the video in case you enjoyed it, in case you'll enjoy, and don't forget to share and comment as well. For those who have been there, thank you so much for supporting us by subscribing to the channel. Today this is what we're going to look at. We're going to look at how to divide a quadratic equation by a linear equation. Quadratic equation is an equation, it's an expression since there's no equal sign. So a quadratic expression is that just an expression which has the highest degree of 2. As you can see, this variable x has the degree 2, which is the highest in that expression, and this one is linear because the variable that is x has only a degree of 1. So we can handle this number by two methods. There's one we call algebraic juggling, and another we call long division, which most of you know. So let's start with algebraic juggling as our first method. Algebraic juggling. So we have x squared plus 10x plus 25 is divided by x plus 5. That is the question, because we are saying divide x squared plus 10x plus 25 by x plus 5. This, by algebraic juggling, we are just going to play around with algebra and try to get that. In that, we already have the denominator, which is x plus 5. What we're going to do, we're going to use this denominator to try to manipulate until we are going to create that denominator, the same denominator up, but in terms in combination with other terms, so that we can get this numerator. But we're going to do it in a way that we can separate them and they have their own denominator, and we will have simple cancelling, and we will end up with our answer. So as I told you, we're going to have x plus 5, this same denominator. We're going to duplicate it up there. Now we're going to manipulate that in a way that we can achieve that. So we have here x squared plus 10x plus 25. How can we reach there when we have this? You find that we need x squared. That means if we multiply that bracket by x, we're going to have x squared plus 5x. Okay, so we're going to have this x squared plus 5x, but remember we have 10x, so we can add another 5x. Okay, to that 5x to give 10x, then we add what? 25. Okay, I think our next step, because if you expand this, we're going to have what? X squared plus 10x plus 25. If you expand that, we have used the denominator to bring us to this, but we just want to bring about simple cancelling. So let's first keep that. I told you we want to keep that denominator there, so that we can have a simple cancelling later. We have here 5 is common in that, so we're going to remain with x plus 5. Okay, out of our denominator will remain. Then what next will we do? We now see we have two different terms. We can separate each to have its own denominator. X into x plus 5 out of x plus 5 plus 5 into x plus 5 out of x plus 5. I think we are familiar with that, because if you add this, you go back there. Then we can clearly see that x plus 5 is common in the numerator and the denominator. That means if it goes, we're going to remain only x. Likewise here we have x plus 5 common in the numerator and the denominator. If it goes, we're going to remain with plus 5 there. Then we're going to conclude that therefore x squared plus 10x plus 25, when you divide by x plus 5, we're going to have x plus 5. So we are done with that method 1. Let's check method 2. That's the one that we all know, that's long division. The method 2 is by long division. As you remember, we are going to have remember when you have 4 divided by 2, it's 4 to be under the division sign, then 2. So since we have that divided by that, this one will be inside the division sign, then you divide by x plus 5. Okay, so that's what we are going to have. Now when you're dividing algebraic expressions, you consider first of all only the first terms of both the divisor and the number to be divided. Here you see the first term here is x squared, the first term here is x. Okay, like if I'm going to divide this 4 by 2, I'll just say to get what will be up there is just like saying 4 divided by 2, and you'll have what? 2 up there, then you multiply by 2 to give us 4, then you get the answer that will be 2 up there, if the remainder is 0. That's the same kind of thing we're going to do here, though here we're going to only deal with the first term. So the first term here is x squared. You divide by this first term also, which is x. Okay, then you get your result to be x, because power 1, if you apply the law of indices, you're going to remain with x to power 1, which will become what? That x. So we're going to remain with x there. Okay, then for the rest you multiply this by that, just like we multiply 2 by that to give that. Okay, so x by x, we're going to have x squared, then plus x times 5, we're going to have 5x. Okay, then subtract. Okay, we're going to remain with 0 here. 10x minus 5x will remain with what? 5x. We left 5 here, let's add 0 there so that we have everything. So that 5 plus 0 become what? 5. Okay, since the constant term there was 0. So now we are going to again have the first terms only. This time we have what? 5x divided by 5. What will remain? Sorry, divided by x. Sorry, it's 5x divided by x. You see, first term. So we're going to, x will go and remain with 5, so that 5 will go there plus 5 is positive 5. Okay, you take with the sign. So 5 times x will remain 5x, then 5 times 5 will remain what? 25. Sorry, is this really what we had? Okay, there we had 25 there, sorry, and here would also be 25, because remember our answer there was saying x squared plus 10x plus 25 divided by that, so here was 25. So that's what we have. Then we subtract the result. 5x minus 5x 0, then 25 minus 25 will be what? 0. So our answer becomes that. Then we conclude, therefore x squared plus 10x plus 25 divided by x plus 5 will be equal to the answer up there, which will be x plus 5. We still get the same answer, though we have used 2 different methods. So thank you so much for coming to the channel. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to like the video in case you've enjoyed it, and please see you in my next video for new uploads.